TitleMatchNetwork.com.
How much of what happened at One Night Stand was different from what you were originally told about how it would be presented, or was it pretty much?
I wasn't told anything, like I said. I went in there expecting nothing. I showed up, got told what I was doing, and pulled it off.
How directly involved was Vince with everything for the very first pay-per-view? Was he involved at all, or?
I didn't say.
I know he was there.
From the whole time, the 17 months or whatever I was with the company, I think I asked for my release the first time in maybe 11, 12 months in. Then I asked for it 13 months in, and then I asked for it again the day that we came back from Africa. And the only time I really ever dealt with Vince was when they do walkthroughs. I never did a walkthrough before. I'm like, Dream was like, you got a walkthrough at like 4:30. I'm like, Tommy, what's a walkthrough? He goes, well, you're going to go out to the ring and you're going to walk through what you're going to do on TV. And I was like, oh, okay. So really the only time I ever talked to Vince, except saying, yo, what's up? He'd give me a pat on the shoulder or something walking by. I never ever really dealt with Vince unless it was directly what I was doing in the ring for TV. Right? That's right. No, I was hired for the night, and no, like I said, I don't expect nothing. Okay. You know what I mean?
There was rumors, I guess, after their second pay-per-view about reviving ECW into something, full-time by WWE. Was that true, or did you? I mean, obviously it did after the second pay-per-view, but did you hear anything, rumblings to that?
Well, you know what? I was so disassociated from wrestling at that point because I had other businesses and stuff going. You know what I mean? It's like I didn't watch wrestling. I didn't like I have my friends in wrestling, but it's like the boys like Sabu, Van Dam, Dreamer, even Striker to that point. You know what I'm saying? They're my friends, but they're not guys that I would call and say, "Oh, what are you hearing about?" You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't go on the internet, go to the and any of the stooge sheets or whatever they want to call. You know what? Which the only one I believe is credible is Dave Shearer. And some of the other guys on it, some of the stuff that I've heard that they've written about me has been like totally ridiculous, you know what I mean? But Dave Shearer knows that if there's going to be something about me, he knows to call Todd, and then Todd will call me and say, hey, what's going on,
Right, exactly. Did the pay-per-view, after the very first pay-per-view, did that give you a new life on the indies? Did a lot of people like, oh...
No, I didn't want it.
Okay. Now, for the very first One Night Stand, did you think all the involvement with all the WWE guys was a good or bad thing? How they ended the show, or actually they came out in the middle of the show and they sat in the balcony and...
Well, yeah, well, you know what? I think on a booking standpoint, I think it was a really good idea. I don't think it got followed through with because our products never merged. But if I was Vince, I would have done the same damn thing. If I'm going to run a pay-per-view, I'm going to showcase all my talent. And at the end, this stuff happened with Meanie and stuff like that. And it turned out that the funny story is, it turned out, Meanie and Bradshaw had a problem, and Bradshaw, whatever, clipped Meanie or something like that. And I just went over because I knew we needed to get out of there because I'm listening to the cues from like the refs or somebody at ringside. So I knew it's time to get close. Bradshaw was one of the top guys right then. So I know Bradshaw wants to stay in the ring, but I'm hearing the cue because I knew that I think I heard like three. I heard like 2 or 3 left or something like that. So I went over, snatched, grabbed, so put the cane around his neck. I'm like, it's time to get out of here. Come on, buddy. He's like, thank you. Rolled over, we rolled under. He got out of there, and then just by chance, I had thought we were actually off the air, and then by chance, I ended the pay-per-view standing on the top of the steps with Steve Austin, and that's how the pay-per-view went off. So I guess my time is never going to change. It's always been good. So Meanie comes out and saying that it made me look like $1 million, saying, oh, the Sandman came in and saved me from JBL. I had no idea what was going on with the JBL and the Meanie and stuff like that, you know what I mean? I just knew it was time to go. I heard a cue and I was like, all right, we got to get out of here. The pay-per-view's getting ready to end and we don't want to go off the air without a definitive separation, you know what I'm saying? So I was just trying to get to that point.
TitleMatchNetwork.com